This is Talk Business and Politics with Roby Brock.
I'm Roby Brock. Welcome to Talk Business and Politics Daily. It is Monday, August 1st. Let's check out today's top stories. After stable growth through the first half of 2016, business growth in Arkansas has slowed as manufacturers across the regional economy face difficulties in competing abroad because of the strong U.S. dollar. According to Creighton University's Mid-America Business Conditions Index released Monday, Arkansas's overall index for July fell to 47.3 from June's 48.5. A reading below 50 is considered a sign of a contracting economy. More good news for Children's Hospital in Northwest Arkansas. Robin and Gary George of Springdale have made an additional gift of $1 million to the construction of Arkansas Children's Hospital Northwest. The George family donated the land for the new hospital 1 year ago. A New York City securities and class action law firm has proposed a $300 million settlement with Wall Street financial service giant State Street Corporation on behalf of the Arkansas Teacher Retirement System. That's the lead plaintiff in a federal case going back more than 5 years. In the original case, Teacher Retirement alleges that the State Street and certain affiliated entities misled members of the class in connection with certain foreign currency exchange trades. You can read more on this story at our website at talkbusiness.net. And those are your top stories of the day. You can check out a full read on those articles and much more at our website at talkbusiness.net. After the break, we talk politics with John Brummett of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. We'll also follow the money trail to find out what several $1 million may mean to Arkansas. Plus, we'll talk presidential politics with our analysts Jessica Deloach-Sabin and John Burris. We're back after this.
First Security is here. Only here. So that means we're here, here, and here. Even here. And definitely here. Because here is where we want to be for you. First Security Bank, only in Arkansas.
Arkansas's most abundant natural resource provides the core asset for Deltic Timber Corporation. In addition to the sustainable yield stewardship of its well-stocked timberlands, Deltic adds value by integrating its efficient wood products manufacturing facilities as well as through planned development of commercial and residential real estate. Deltic Timber Corporation, creating value for a growing Arkansas.
Every Monday, we sit down with John Brummett, political writer for the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. He's a Talk Business and Politics contributor, too. Welcome to the program. You mesmerized?
No, there's some activity attendant to our visit.
I
was interested in that. Yeah.
So a week ago, we talked about the Republican convention in Cleveland.
Yeah.
We talked about what went on and the bounce that may or may not have come out of it. Let's talk about the Democrats in Philadelphia this past week. Was it a successful convention for the Democrats?
Yeah. Polls show that Hillary got a little bit of a bounce, a little more than Trump's. I thought it'd be 6 to 8 points, and that was about right. She's up about 6. She's got about 5 to 6
Did you want to repeat that again?
Point
You
lead.
were about right.
I was about right, which is the first thing I want to establish, which my prediction was right. And I think it was all the work of surrogates. I don't think she did it. I don't think she has the political skill really to do it. But
you think this was Michelle Obama, President Obama, Joe Biden,
Michael Bloomberg,
yeah,
and the cons with the presentation at the end about their son, the slain war hero, all of that. And then she goes on a bus tour. She takes Bill with her for some surrogate work. And then she has Mark Cuban doing some surrogate work for her. And then she's going to Nebraska and have Warren Buffett come out and endorse her. She's benefiting from surrogates taking the fight to Trump. Her best surrogate, though, this will be my column tomorrow. You know who her best surrogate is?
Who's her best surrogate?
Trump.
Trump himself.
He just continues. He just continues to behave in such an outrageous way that he can't get out of his base. He's stuck right there at 39 or 40%, and the latest is maybe the most remarkable.
Yeah, let's go to the con controversy, which has dominated the headlines over the weekend, still in the news here on Monday as we've got even more response coming back to it. Donald Trump didn't let it go this morning. He's out tweeting about it again. For any other candidate, the destruction would have been done a long time ago on that particular instance, but Donald Trump seems to survive. This is a little bit of the essence of your Sunday column here. How does he navigate these landmines?
The people who are for him at this point are either the Republican base, and there's no way they're going to do anything other than vote for the Republican, or they are people who are disaffected. I wrote Sunday about white working class folks in Kentucky and the industrial Midwest who are mad, understandably, at all the politicians of left and right for good reasons, and they probably know Trump's playing them a little bit or a lot, but they don't care. They love just the idea of him. And I think he keeps that kind of support regardless of what he does. And in some ways, because of what he does, that he's so different. But he can't grow. He cannot build on this base around 40 to 42% now, and one of the polls is down to 39 or so. He can't, as long as he continues to do these things, which are truly would be fatal to anyone else. You cannot insult a Gold Star mother after she gives she and her husband give an emotional presentation about service to country and sacrifice of their child. You just can't do it. But Trump sort of can, but he can't win this way.
But the door is still open for some of those voters who are undecided, who despite all of that self-inflicted wounding that he continues to do, Hillary Clinton hadn't closed the deal with them yet.
Hillary Clinton's not going to close the deal. I hate to say this because I have all these friends who are Hillary friends. She's just not that good a politician. She's just not. And this thing, a better Democratic nominee would have a 10 to 12 to 15 point lead right now. Really would. The convention managed to take a point or two off Trump to beat him down a little bit, and then her biography and then the tributes to her from others has given her a little bit of a bounce. She's out on the bus tour, on the stump. She's just not, in my estimation, as a longtime observer of political speak and political performance, she's just not getting it done.
She's not electric enough for you.
She's not connecting or relating or engaging enough. She is, as everyone says, and I've actually seen it in a small group, yes, but not from the stump.
All right. So what are the swing states now? Because I do think the electoral map has shifted a little bit. We've always been there's anywhere from about 10 to 13 states that are swing states. The big ones have always been Ohio, Florida, and Virginia. Tim Kaine seems to solidify Virginia a little bit now, but I'd kind of lump Pennsylvania in there so that you got Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Florida as crucial for Donald Trump to win if he's got any chance of getting to 270.
The electoral map.
Agree or disagree?
I do agree with that. Even though Pennsylvania, some Pennsylvania polls show her with a 9-point lead, and Pennsylvania has not gone Republican in 2 or 3 or more cycles.
Been quite a few.
But that's it. That's the inside straight he's going to have to draw to, is those 3 states. When you also consider the places out west like Colorado, New Mexico, and then a state like New Hampshire, and then of course Virginia, they've just. A few years ago, they were either swing or they leaned right. They're now pretty solidly left. So he has to do this Rust Belt thing. He has to connect to the kinds of people I was talking about in that column yesterday and turn them out and to have any chance. But despite her bump nationally, it is razor thin in Florida and Ohio, and I bet it always does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, he's up against it there to really make that a state for him.
All right, preview your Tuesday column. You hinted at it earlier. Give me the Cliff Notes
It's about surrogacy.
Okay.
It's what I just said. She can't do it. She's very smart. She's very capable. But as a candidate, her bounce in the convention was based on the surrogacy, the performance of others, and then afterward, I think that's what it's going to be. But then the help she's getting right now from the cons and from Trump himself, that's the kind of thing that has got her doing pretty well at the moment.
All right, at the moment. We know the moment can turn. It has in this election cycle for sure.
Okay.
All right, he's John Brummett with the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Thanks so much. After this word from our sponsors, we will be back with more. Stick around.
Each day, the promise of our nation begins again. Arkansas and America moving forward. I help make that promise a reality. It's not for everyone, but people everywhere depend on us.
Oh, I love you too, sweetie.
Trucking delivers, or everything stops. And that's what drives me.
I did.
As Arkansas's population grows, so do our energy demands. But with the right mix of resources, reliable, affordable power will always be a reality. These resources are all around us in our rivers, blowing through our trees, even right below our feet. The answer isn't focusing on one resource, it's embracing them all. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas know that a balanced approach to power builds our communities and powers our dreams. Visit themixmatters.com and see why there's power in knowledge.
Time to go inside the numbers for a look at money that's been literally flowing into Arkansas from a public and private perspective. Let's start with $6.2 million. On Friday, the Little Rock Port Authority was awarded nearly $6.2 million from the U.S. Department of Transportation to help build a new dock in the Slackwater Harbor that will expand railroad capability and storage that will open up the Arkansas River Port to more global markets. Arkansas River traffic is up 33% over last year, in large part due to better weather, no floods. And the port is making plans in anticipation of even more traffic due to the widening of the Panama Canal. $7 million, that's the amount of seed capital raised by several financial technology startup companies that are about to graduate from the Venture Center's latest FinTech Accelerator program. The 12-week boot camp has seen 10 financial startups located in Little Rock. Their demo day is this Wednesday, and tomorrow we'll preview FinTech and what comes next with Venture Center CEO Lee Watson. $17.4 million, that's the dollar figure raised by EcoArc, a Rogers-based sustainability company. It's moving from over-the-counter trading to the NASDAQ. EcoArc is the holding company for the group that owns businesses ranging from solar power to construction waste and plastics recycling to food freshness. Now, the process may take several months to complete, but look for EARK under the ticker symbol if you're looking to invest. You can read more about EcoArc, FinTech, and the port at our website at talkbusiness.net. A quick break and we'll find out what metaphors John Burris and Jessica Deloach-Sabin are using to describe the state of the presidential race. Here's a hint. Train wreck is not one of them. We're back after this.
Circuits turn on the lights by making a connection, by closing the loop. At Entergy, we believe our economy is circular too. What you put in comes back. So we invest billions in new infrastructure, which helps attract new industry, which helps create new jobs. We partner with local communities to electrify the economy, and together we power life. Entergy.
At Deltic Timber Corporation, we believe in the responsible creation of communities, in the development of neighborhoods that bring convenience and comfort to life, while respecting the beauty and delicacy of nature. Like the harmonious balance of environment and expansion found in the thriving communities of Chenal Valley and Chenal Downs in Little Rock and Red Oak Ridge in Hot Springs. Because the best communities in the natural state are the ones that help keep it that way.
On Sunday's TV edition of Talk Business and Politics, I sat down with two of our regular Talk Business and Politics contributors, Jessica Deloach-Sabin and John Burris. Of course, with the conventions over, we had plenty to discuss about what happens next. The theory is to blow up the Electoral College map and take some Rust Belt states right now. I've kind of got about 13 that I'm keeping an eye on as potential swing states, but I think 4 of them are really the big ones to watch: Ohio, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Florida. I think that if you win 3 or 4 of those 4 states, I don't see how you don't win 270.
Well, those are the states that he needs to be talking to. He can engage in dog whistle politics all the live long day, but if she's having the conversation that Americans want to be having and they need someone who's speaking to them, that will resonate with voters, because people can only take so much controversy. He's the Kardashian candidate. He is empty rhetoric. There is no promise with him. We don't know anything about where he stands on issues. He has no plans, but he really, really wants to be elected president, so much so that he'll call on the help of Russia. 4 years ago, can you imagine if President Obama would have called on the help of Russia? Hey, why don't you use your KGB tactics over here to undermine my democracy to help me out? That doesn't go over very well.
4 years ago, Mitt Romney said Russia was our biggest geopolitical threat, and Barack Obama, in his typical fashion, condescendingly mocked him and basically called him stupid.
He actually wanted to talk about China because at the time that was the conversation that the president thought we should be having. Things change, policy changes, relationships with foreign nations change.
I agree with you that Hillary Clinton has to, if she speaks to what voters want, I think she'll win. The problem is what they want right now is not songs about what we need is love and to hear 4 more years of Barack Obama.
That's Jessica Deloach-Sabin and John Burris. You can catch their full interview on our website at talkbusiness.net. That's all for today's Talk Business and Politics Daily. Thank you for watching. Check us out online at talkbusiness.net for the latest in business and politics. Plus, follow us on Twitter at TB Arkansas or on Facebook or LinkedIn. Just plug in Talk Business and Politics to find us and follow. If you want to receive our daily email newsletters, they're free and you can receive them every morning in your inbox before 7 a.m. Just email me at roby@talkbusiness.net and I'll sign you up. And if you want to listen to a podcast of this show, perhaps on your commute to and from work, we're in the iTunes store and on Stitcher, or you just play us through your smartphone. I'm Roby Brock. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take care.